What's going on, guys? Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial we're going to be doing one of those old school Balkan Architect tutorials. It's just going to be a Revit gameplay tutorial where I show you how to model one of the famous buildings. I find an interesting building and then I show you how to model that in Revit and just the approach that I would use for such a building. So today's building is the Tokyo Prada store, designed of course by the famous Meryl Streep. Or not, I don't know. Anyways, so that's the building that we're going to be doing. It has this cool facade, it's in odd shape, so I'm just going to be showing you the whole approach as an in-place mass and then how to approach the whole facade. Now, of course, I'm not going to be finishing the whole building within this tutorial, but I'm just going to be showing you the general approach that I would take. Now, before we get into that, I would just like to ask you to like this video, of course, and make sure to subscribe, just because I make these tutorials each week. I make multiple tutorials, plus I make some advanced courses. So if you want to see those, first link in the description takes you to my Patreon. There you can find these 1-hour courses and also all of my Revit project files. I've got over 40 hours of content and over 300 files. So if you're interested in something like that, check it out. Again, as I said, first link in the description. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into the tutorial. So let us get started by going here to a new model, and I'm just going to go with the architectural template for this project. I'm just going to click OK. There we go. As soon as this thing starts up, there we go. Let's load in a reference image. So I'm just going to go here to insert and then image, and here on desktop I've saved an image and I have no idea which one it is. I think it's this capture one. There we go. Yeah, so here, as you can see, we have a floor plan. Now, I'm not going to worry about scale that much. I'm just trying to demonstrate the general approach to modeling a building like this. So anyways, we have this floor plan in place, and now we can switch directly to the massing inside tab, turn on show mass, and just go here to in place mass. We can call this one maybe Prada store. There we go, and let's start modeling. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go here to line, make sure to check draw on work plane, and then here for the placement plane, go with level 1. So I'm just going to click here in this corner, go horizontally to this edge, go all the way down, horizontally to this edge, go to this corner, and then let's close it off. Go back to modify to escape out of that. Now I can select this and you can maybe see that it's highlighted, maybe you can't, but let's go into 3D to see what we have. So there's the floor plan, or the general outline for the floor plan, and the next step is going to be to turn this into an actual building. So just go here to create form, and there we go, we have something that resembles a building. Now again, as I said, I'm not going to worry too much about the actual dimensions. We're just trying to find the best approach. Okay, the next step will be to create a roof. So we're going to do that by kind of slicing off elements from this building. So let's go back into level 1. We have these two parallel edges, so I'm just going to use that to add a reference plane like this. So just a vertical reference plane that is perpendicular to these two sides. And let's name this one reference plane number 1, or maybe ref 1. There you go, sounds cool. Okay, now to view this, let's go to the west elevation. So this is the west side, so just go here to west. Okay, here we go. Next, let's go to set work plane, and let's choose that ref 1 and click OK. And once we have done that, let's go here to the draw panel and let's choose a line. Now make sure that here you're still on draw on work plane. If you go to draw on face, Revit is going to try to take some of these existing faces and it's just going to mess it up. So make sure that it says here draw on plane, and here the reference plane is ref 1. Okay, with that in place, also 3D snapping, make sure that this is off. So those are some of the things that you should 100% make sure that it's checked off right. Okay, with all of those settings done, we can go ahead and just carve out our model. So I'm just going to start maybe from here, go kind of to this side, go to here, and then close it off like this. Hit escape a couple of times. Now if you can't see it and if you want to see it, you can go into wireframe, and now you can see it. You can select the bottom edge, maybe stretch it out. Doesn't look good. Anyways, I'm happy with the way this looks, so let's go back into 3D. There we go. So I made a small mistake. So this is supposed to be a void and not a roof. So to turn this into a void, what you need to do is you need to select this and let's edit it a little bit. So let's make sure that the placement plane is ref1 and make sure that the draw on work plane is selected. Now I'm just going to go like this from here, and we just want to do kind of an outline. And now select the this bottom line and hit delete. Next, we're going to take this shape and turn it into a void extrusion and extrude it to this side. And as you can see, now we have something that resembles a roof shape, but we need to complete it. So just use the tab key to make the selection of that weird shape. And then let's use the tab key again to select the bottom face, and then let's move it out to this side. And there we go, we have something resembling a roof. And let's trim it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be trimming it along this axis over here. So for that, we need to go back into level 1. We need a new reference plane. Oops. So reference plane, RP is the shortcut. So you go and you find this line, and then you go perpendicular to it. So you will get this kind of blue highlight line. So you do something like this. You can extend it to the other side. There we go. And let's name this one ref2. There we go. Go back into 3D, and now we can go to set and go with ref2. And if we show it, there we go. It's going to make it a bit easier for us. Okay, now we can go and use some lines to kind of model something. Now, if you're finding difficulty to find a correct view, you can always go here to Viewer. So it basically opens up a view that's completely perpendicular to this line. Let's see, can we find the project? Okay, you just type in ZA for zoom all, and then you can find it. And now here we can just do a little roof slant. There we go. We can escape out of this. There we go. As you can see, this is what we have created. Now go here to create form, and then a void form, extrude it to this side. And again, you have to select the form first. So just use the tab key a couple of times until you get the form selected. Then you use the tab key a couple of times to get this this bottom triangle and extrude it to this side, and there we go. So if you want to make a few more extrusions, you can. You get the idea of the basic approach. So at this point, I'm just going to be continuing on. So to create the actual facade, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and select one of the surfaces. Now I'm just going to do one surface here, and then you can just apply the same approach to the other ones. So here I'm just going to select the surface, go into divide surface, and we get a divided surface. Next, go here to properties, and then let's go with a rhomboid pattern. Now this looks decent enough. We just need to add a few more of these. So let's go with 15 here. Looks good enough. So there you go. We've got these 15 vertically and then 10 horizontally, I think. Yeah. So this looks decent enough. Maybe go with 18. Okay, it looks much better. Anyways, now once we have this in place, it's time to create a family or a panel that can go here in this place. So for something like that, what we need to do is we need to go here to File and then New and start a new family. Oops. File, New, and then New Family. There we go. And for the family template, make sure to go with a metric curtain panel pattern based. So don't go with the wall type, go with the pattern based. Open that up. Now here, first we need to select this kind of frame. So just select it like that, and then you change in the properties to rhomboid. There we go. It looks like this. Now we're just going to go with a simple dot or point. Make sure that this is set to draw on face, and then you just want to place it here. I'm just going to place it in the middle of this line. Next, go to set work plane and pick this reference point over here. Now once we have that, we can go to, okay, it's already set up. Now we can go with a rectangle, and this is set up there to reference point. Now we want to use here draw on work plane, and now it's just time to create that rectangle. So I'm just going to do a simple rectangle like this. Now I'm just going to select one side and then switch the witness line for this dimension to the dot, and let's make it 100 millimeters on this side. Then use the tab key to select this one. Let's make it 200 millimeters in total. Now for this upper one, I want to have the distance from the dot be something like 100. And then the whole height of the thing can be 250. Hit enter. There we go. And I just want to fillet this just because that's how the building looks, so I want to mimic that. So just go here to fillet edge, and then radius we can go with something like 40 millimeters, and you just fillet just like that. There we go. Now you can select this, and you can select this whole thing. So just hold the control key, select the whole frame, and then go to create form. This is what you get. And once we have gotten that, let's go ahead and do the mullion for this. So for the mullion, again, use the same approach. So let's go with a rectangle, draw on work plane. So let's do it here, just like that. Okay, we have to reposition it a bit. There we go. So once you have this rectangle in place, here as you can see I've went to the corner just because this is a rhomboid, but the edges I guess are the same. As you can see here, the horizontal and the vertical spacing are the same, so the best view is here, corner between right and back. There we go, we can see our mullion. So let's select this one side and go to the dot, and this should be 25 millimeters, making it 50 in total for width. Next, this bottom line is going to be 100, so it's gonna it's flat, lying flat on this here concrete or steel frame or whatever it is. And then the top one, well, the total should be 150 millimeters, and we get something that looks like this. Okay, so once we have this profile, select it, hold the control key, add the whole frame to selection, and go to create form. And let's go with this form, and there we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to switch this to fine level of detail and this to realistic, and then you hover over the structure part, click the tab key, and then you can select it, and then let's go to material and let's use some white material. And let's see, I think we have some sort of a paint for metal. There we go. I think something like this would work. Apply. Okay, looks nice. Now do the same thing for the upper part. So just hover over it, hit the tab key once, make the selection, and then for material, I'm just going to go with something black. So black, and then here we have some. Okay, let's go with this. Apply. Okay, there we go. And just for glass, let's go into wireframe. Select that green line and then go to create form. You're going to get something that looks like this, and then here just for the extrusion, make sure it's something small like 10 to, I don't know, let's go with 20 millimeters. There you go. Go back into realistic. Looks perfect. And let's just go to material and let's type in glass. And here I'm going to search for some green glass just because that's how the building looks. So green glass, load that and hit apply, and then okay. There we go. Looks nice. Okay, so once we have this panel finished, I suggest you save it first. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop as Prada panel. Hit OK. There we go. Now you can just load it into the project. Go into 3D. Now, once you select this whole pattern, and when you open up the drop menu underneath rhomboid and the basic rhomboid shape, you're going to have that Prada panel that we have created. So just click there, and there we go. It looks like this. Now, it might look weird, but as soon as you go to fine level of detail and realistic, it looks like this, and it looks really cool. So there you go. That's how you create this Prada store facade. Now, of course, for some parts, you are going to do some modeling in place. So, for example, I'm just using the tab key to make a selection of these few panels, so you will have to delete some of these and then create an actual door here or something like that. So there would have to be some additional work, but just to keep it simple for now, this is the general approach that I would take for a project like this. And then for the rest, you will have to make, well, a lot of tiny adjustments to get the whole project right. But anyways, I hope I have gotten you interested in modeling some masses in Revit and how to tackle complex buildings like this. If you would like to learn more about Revit and some of my advanced courses, check out my Patreon, first link in the description. I've got over 45 hours of content of advanced courses. They are all over 1 hour long, and I tackle numerous advanced Revit topics. Also, you can find all of my Revit project files, like this file that I have created today. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for any future tutorials, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Have a nice day.